I think Christmas just came early, guys. If I'm not mistaken, what was that noise? Oh, really icy. Oh, I've been waiting for this. Let's get this down into the garage. Oh, excellent. What's going on, everybody? And welcome back to the channel. I hope everybody is doing well. And as you can see in the beginning of this video, I just received a package that I have been desperately waiting for. Now, for those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. My name is Tyler, and currently we're in my garage right now, and we're going to be installing my new exhaust on my 1990 EF hatchback, which has a B16 swap in it. So previously, on my last video about this car, I had recently got a chipped OBD1 computer and converted the entire car to OBD1 and made the car run a lot better. Now, I really haven't gotten a chance to drive it because as soon as I took the car out, I tested a few things and I got up to the point where I was going to test the launch control on the car just to see how it worked and how the car reacted, and it blew up the exhaust canister, or the muffler you should say, on my car. Now on this car, I did have the $100 eBay exhaust, so I'm kind of not surprised that this happened. But I did get lucky enough to come across an exhaust that I didn't expect to find at such a good price. I don't know if you guys are shopping around right now for exhaust, or whoever is, and especially if you have an EF. I didn't want to go with the same brand eBay exhaust. I didn't really trust that anymore, and even though the piping is good, I didn't want to deal with the issue with the muffler. I currently don't have a welder in my garage right now, but that is soon to change. In the meantime, I looked up a few bolt-on exhausts that were currently on the market, and a lot of things are out of stock right now because there's just a big shipping crisis and just a big back order crisis for anything. So I think the Skunk 2 exhaust for this car has been discontinued. I couldn't find any Yonaka exhaust at a decent price. I didn't want to spend a crazy amount of money. I was trying to find it relatively within the $500 range. Would have been okay for me. That's the most I was looking to spend, even though a lot of these exhausts now are $600 to $700 without shipping. So with that said, I came across this exhaust on eBay, and let me show you exactly what we're working with. So I ended up going with the REVEL exhaust system made by Tanabe. Tanabe is a very reputable brand, and I was doing some shopping and just some research, and I saw a few videos on YouTube which showed me the exhaust installed and how it sounded, and I'm sure it was with the stock motor that comes in the EF, but it still sounded really good, really low-key, quiet sound, nothing raspy, but when you get on it, it does make some noise, but nothing obnoxious or anything like that. The current exhaust I have on there, like I said, is the eBay setup, and that's been working with me for a while until I recently blew up the canister on the other side. But really excited to throw this on. It's 2.5 inch piping all the way, just like the piping I have now. Straight bolt-on exhaust. So I'm gonna open up this box, just show you what's inside, and we're gonna get this exhaust installed.
Longevity beats.
got the exhaust all unpacked. Very excited with the piping and how it looks. You can tell that it's just a good name brand because the welds are all clean, and everything they've done as far as craftsmanship to this it looks much better and just feels a lot heavier. I guess because the integrity of what they've used. But I'm gonna rip the old exhaust off the car. This is kind of a quick process. I'm not really gonna show you how I do it. It's everything just unbolts from the headers back and then you drop them off the hangers. I will do a side-by-side comparison once I have the old exhaust off, and I'll show you exactly what happened to my canister on the old exhaust. That's the one thing I worry about. I know this looks like a good seam. I'm still just a little worried about using launch control. I hope nothing gets affected, but we shall see. So I got the old exhaust off. I still have to switch over the rubber hangers. But here's a good angle of where you can see the eBay can did not hold up. Now there was one small thin weld right across this canister. And as you can see, this metal is very thin. I know you can't really tell on camera, but not really good quality exhaust metal. The piping, on the other hand, is very good. This is all the eBay piping. There's only 2 pieces. And here's a look at the new setup. The one thing I do like about this setup is every piece of piping is badged with the Tanabe Medallion, which I thought was really cool. And right away, when you pick up this muffler, you can tell the difference in quality between the cans. Now I know this has a lot more packing. It does have that similar weld going across, but I'm not too worried as far as blowing up the can with the launch control. So I'm gonna get this all cleaned up. I'm gonna wipe the new exhaust down just so that it's all clean of any grease or anything like that. And I'm gonna get it thrown on the car. New exhaust in 3, 2, 1. I got the exhaust all buttoned up on the car and it fits really well. I'm very happy with the outcome. Very centered. Everything is lined up really well. The piping goes right down the center of the car. I had no fitment issues whatsoever. So really clean. Really nice. I'm really excited. Really happy with the way this thing came out. I had to reuse my old test pipe right after the headers, but I kind of knew that was going to happen. So this was an extra piece of piping that came with the package, and I'm not sure if it was supposed to come with it. I don't have a stamp on it, so I don't know exactly if this is just the extra piping since I bought it secondhand. Looks like it might have been used, so I'm thinking this is just an extra piece that I received with my order, just because I bought it secondhand. But good to have in case you want to make a test pipe or something like that if you have a welder. So I'm going to get this car on the ground real quick. We're going to open up the door and we're going to start it. Let's see how it sounds. nice sound to it. Very excited to drive it. As you can see, it's pretty icy out and I really can't drive anywhere right now, but first thing tomorrow, I will set up the GoPro and I will take this thing out if it's not too bad. The car's warming up, so it's pretty smoky. But yeah, guys, very excited. Really excited to drive it. Happy that it's so much quieter. Currently got all the toys back in the garage. Supposed to get sheets of ice overnight. It's going down to like 9 degrees. We've actually had a warm few days, last couple of days up here in PA. It's been about 35, 40, so that's been warm relatively to what it's been. So hopefully I can take the car out tomorrow, see if I can get a few pulls with the new exhaust. I really wanted to break daylight and hopefully get some road footage, but unfortunately that did not happen. Might end up using the piping for my CRX, the old eBay piping. Like I said before, I really can't say anything bad about the piping. It held up for the maybe year and a half I had it on the car, but the only thing that really is cheaply made and that won't hold out is the muffler. If I cut this open, there'd literally be no packing in this thing. So that's kind of why it was so loud and all that, but definitely going to consider using the piping, possibly for this car. I currently have mandrel bent piping on this to a vibrant muffler, which sounds really nice once the car is running and operating. I'd really like to get this thing back on the road, but got a few projects that I want to get buttoned up. Quick shot of it from the back. Looks really nice. I'm just happy with the fitment and everything like that. No rattling, nothing like that. So if the weather allows me tomorrow, I will definitely take this car out and get some pulls. I really want to see how the exhaust sounds at high RPM. Very curious to see how the VTEC sounds in the crossover, but I just want to thank you guys again for tuning in with me and checking out the hatch and seeing the exhaust upgrade. If you like the video and you're not subscribed, consider subscribing because I will be putting out more content very soon. Hopefully we get a few nice days coming up next week. I think it's going to be in the 40s up here in PA. So I hope everybody stays safe and I will catch you guys on the next one. Take care.